Hi, it's Anthony from ocuplay.com, and in this video I'll be checking out a new charging dock for the Oculus Quest 2 from Zyber Gears. This is a desktop and also wall-mounted charger. It predominantly charges the Quest 2, it doesn't charge the controllers, but it does have some supports for the controllers to insert into, so it does keep everything all together, but it doesn't actually charge the controllers. Right, let's have a look at what's inside the box. Right, so here's everything you get inside the box. You get a charging dock manual, very small one-pager. We've got the charging stand itself, we'll come back to that in a minute. Got some wall plugs and screws for wall mounting the unit. A divider, which is basically going to position the headset onto. We've got the USB-C clips, we've got probably one and a spare one in case you lose it. Got the charging cable itself, and there's a very small template for the wall mounting screws in case you're going to insert it onto your wall. So the power cable itself is a good length, which is good because it needs to be by a wall adapter, and I'd say this is at least 1.50 meters. Here is where these handles are going to go into, but it's not going to work with these, so I'm going to have to take them off in a minute. We've got an on and off switch, so you can choose to charge the Quest or not. Got an LED bar here, which is going to light up soon. And then here is our wall mount pins for wall mounting onto a surface. And we've got the USB-C port here, which is what the USB cable will plug into. This little pin here, this is going to eventually snap onto this side here, and that's how the Quest is going to get its charge. So no flappy cables or anything like that to worry about. But let's get this nose piece in, and we slide that into place, and then that's basically the nose bit installed. All right, so we've got this connected to a power source. We're going to turn this on. Very, 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 very subtle light there. Let me just turn off the light. You still can't see it. It's very subtle. So I'm going to cut to a sort of darker shot and show you what it looks like in the nighttime. It's kind of more prominent LED on the right hand side than there is on the left. So if you're a bit of a symmetry nut like I am, you might not like that. So the Quest needs its charging pin inserted. So we take one of these and we insert it into the Quest like that. You've seen it numerous times with various chargers. This then sits on the side. That charging. So we've got a red flashing light there. Not quite sure what that means. Oh, it's now solid red. So that's probably just because it was out of juice. The bar itself isn't really showing anything different. Glowing various colours, green and so on. And if you can imagine, this is mounted on a wall. The nose piece is there to really help the Quest from falling all the way through. The nose piece is keeping the top bit in check. So I've put the original grips on the controllers. Unfortunately, this isn't going to work with a knuckle strap, unfortunately. So you're going to have to do away with that if you want to use a station like this. And these just literally go in like that, and the other one will just go in like this. And as I said, it doesn't charge them. You have to depress the thumb button in order to make it sit all the way down. And that's it in a nutshell. Obviously, when you have it wall mounted, you'd have the left and right controllers like that. Alternatively, if you have it on a desk situation like this, then you would probably want that controller there, the left controller and the right controller on the right hand side. So you'd have it that way, then you'd probably grab the rings to take them out. So they've not really thought about that, if I'm honest. The left grip, they do fit better if the right is on the left hand side as you face it, and the left is on the right hand side as it faces you. They seem to be angled in a way that they seem to slide in there a little bit better, but if it's facing you, then you'd want them the other way. Personally, I think this is mainly aimed at wall mounting, so if you need a wall mounted Quest charging solution, this is it. I think this is a good stand for that purpose. There's not many wall-mounted charging stands that are out there, and when this is wall-mounted, these would be the right way round. But on a desktop, they feel a bit less suited for that purpose. Doesn't look like you can change the LED light strip on the top. It doesn't really feel quite uniform. I'll see that in the dark and see if that actually makes any difference in the dark, if that light strip glows up any better. It feels like it could have done with a few more LEDs. There is some light strip on the bottom here as well, but I'm not seeing that glow up at all. And there is some side glow on the side as well that you probably won't see once the controllers are inside this section. Pulling out the controller or the headset vertically is a bit hard because this feels like it should be a bit more reduced so you can actually grab the top of the headset and pull it out. Instead, you're gonna have to sort of come out from the front, sort of pull it out that way, which doesn't feel as good. But that's because I've got the VR cover in there and it might be getting in the way with this nose flap piece. It kind of adds a little extra friction. The connection, I would say, here is a little bit hit and miss. So you have to really make sure that you do check that the LED shows you that it's charging. Sometimes the alignment can't be there and it doesn't snap itself out to the pin. So if you're looking for a hybrid of a wall or desktop mount and you don't mind charging these controllers separately, considering that chargers last for ages, it's less of an issue as much as the Quest is. I would say it's not a bad mount. It's quite nice and tidy. It's quite low profile. It doesn't stick out like the Anchor dock does, which has extra space for the controller to sit into. So currently this Zyber Gears charging dock for the Quest 2 retails for $25.72 from Amazon US. And you can get it from their own website for $29.99 as well. So depending on what this is charged or plugged into, you're gonna have to charge the Quest in around about 3 hours. It does have automatic shut off, so once the Quest 2 is charged, it's not gonna overcharge it, so you've got some protection there. However, the breathing light underneath will continue to flash until you physically turn it off at the switch. It would have been nice if this glowing bar actually was more of an indicator of the charge rather than just glowing. It doesn't feel like this actually is doing anything different whilst the Quest is charging or not. That would have been nice to see. Maybe sort of glowed a little bit faster or something and had the same aesthetic. That would have been quite nice. But for its price, if you want to keep your headset nice and charged up and ready to go whilst these controller slots are available and poised, ready to be picked up as well, I think it's not a bad setup, but I think it's predominantly aimed at wall mounting. So if that's something that you want to do, then there's not many options that are out there that does this in a sort of charging way. So I'll check this out if it's for you. I've got my links down below so you can learn more about it and to buy yourself one. I've covered a few other charging stations on this channel, so you can check out the video that's popping up now. Thanks for watching, and if you have been watching through to the end, leave us a like and a comment, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers. Bye.